Yeah, Jonathan's got to have some sandwich. Okay. All right, now let's get my microphone set up.
Excellent.
Your microphone is set up. You have headphones too.
Yes, actually I do.
Very good. Do you need a lab coat?
Yes.
Look behind the door on the left over there. Oh, and I'll need one too. Mine's in a pile over here on the floor.
I'll grab that for you.
Okay. All right.
What about all these CDs?
Are they falling out of the pockets?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm trying to find that.
They've been doing that for a while. Thank you. Just Well, this is the Wednesday mayhem at the tea party on Wednesdays. We're lucky if we have audio before. Are they good?
They're good.
Yeah, I got it. All right. On Wednesdays, yes?
I try cucumber sandwich.
Yes. Did he come with you?
No.
No.
No, I just saw him.
Just a spare. Have a seat. Do you like tea?
I actually have to run an errand really quick.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And are you aware of who the cucumber sandwiches are courtesy of?
Yes. Melanie.
Yes, Melanie.
Oh,
Who could not make it again.
Who had to go to work and was upset, I heard.
Yes.
Yes, okay, so.
I was very sad to
I
hear
came
that.
with her to bring the sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
I was very sad
Splendid.
to hear that. I'm like, what?
I'm Matt, by the way.
I'm Adam.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, have y'all not
I
met?
think we did once before, but
Okay, it's a
Okay.
blur sometimes.
yes, it is.
Yes. I'm going to have a cucumber sandwich.
Yes.
Yes, I just was in Green Life not half an hour ago.
And is my mic working? Let's see.
She was looking very fabulous for
One,
being, for wearing.
1, 2. My mic is working. All right. Yes.
Was
We all have mics now, isn't that?
throwing down those
Very
plastic
good.
rolls of cups with much.
I saw your sandwiches on television.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Can I
wanted
have
one.
one?
Absolutely.
Yes, but you have to come in and identify
You have to
yourself.
come in and
When
sit
you-
down.
When you came in before,
Yeah.
that whole thing, the audio wasn't working.
Oh, good.
And stuff.
So nobody heard me anyway.
No, but have a sandwich.
But here's
with
your
you.
opportunity to sit down.
Do pass me
introduce yourself.
one.
I
They're
have
not
to
going to
go my
last
show,
long.
but I'm just saying this kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory television. It's the closest that you can get to it, where you see it on
Do
television.
you have
and
time
you
to
can,
take 15 seconds to shamelessly plug your show?
I mean, I'm serious. I'm going on right now.
Okay.
I am, but maybe you can get Eamon in the hallway.
These
and
look
he
like
can
they
talk
have
about it.
cream cheese.
Yes, they do.
And cucumbers.
So, thank you, Melanie. Even though you're not actually launching, you're making people smoothies and lattes, and probably feeling a little irate right now. But hey. Good
Hey,
stuff.
do we have audio out there?
You do.
How about it? Can you believe
So-
it?
Excellent.
Is the tea not plugged in?
Still in the process. How about that? Can you imagine that? I was actually here before tea party time. Some days I'm late for my own tea party.
It's okay.
And some days they'll start without me. Which is good. There's that.
Carries on
A
in your
number of people showed up early today, and here I am running in 10 minutes late.
Well, look at this. Okay, here we go. This is actually a pretty laid back setup.
Yes.
I actually had audio no more than 3 minutes into the show. That's pretty good for
That's good.
for the thing, right? And so,
So here we are.
yes. Oh, thank you very much. Is everything spelled correctly and what have you?
It's up to you.
How so?
You check.
Okay. Well, that was just a chance for you to show off your knife.
Yes. Smith and Wesson. So don't bring the gear back late.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
Those cards.
All right.
Y'all can proofread them for me, see if they're right. While I go get some tea water. We have a new thing today. When I went to get my tea today.
A new thing.
Yes, when I went to get my tea, the lady gave me this little teapot, and these 4 teacups. And you see, it's not a traditional American style teapot. We will have some green tea in this today, and I was saying, it has the logo of the tea company on there. I was telling her, I was saying, I really like this tea from this this is a great thing I like, because I like this kind of tea. And she says, that is my tea company in China. And so, later she said it again. I was saying, well, it's like the best tea in the world. And she says, that is my tea company in China. So that may explain why I get this. I get this tea really cheap, and it's really good. And
are we using these as teacups today?
well, we'll have other teacups too.
Hey, can anybody join the party?
Oh, yes, you're here.
Yes.
Well, come in and introduce yourself and plug your show. I'll even turn my microphone toward you. And,
Okay, never to turn down a chance for shameless self-promotion.
that's about half of what
Absolutely.
the tea party is about.
God bless shameless self-promotion. I encourage it.
My name is Michael Clark, and I produce a show here called Conscious Movement on URTV. It airs, right now it's airing Monday through Thursdays. It's probably going to be scaling back to just airing Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And the idea is all kinds of exercise that are mind, body, spirit exercises. So I do Tai Chi and Qigong. Some other folks do martial arts. Some other folks do yoga. All kind of things tied together. Just about any way that moves your body and unites it with your mind and your breath, we do it. And our goal is just to share it with everyone. So I haven't met you guys, so go ahead and introduce yourselves again.
Okay, my name is Matt Howard. I oftentimes don't introduce myself when I sit down here because I show up to just about every tea party. So I guess I walk in and just sort of assume people know who I am. But I co-produce a show called Mount Dungeon, which airs Thursdays at 11 p.m. here on URTV. It's Asheville's local underground music television show, we call it.
Yeah, I hear you guys recording when I come on Saturdays.
Okay.
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah. You'll hear all sorts of cacophony coming out of Studio A.
Exactly.
So that is us.
A veritable roar.
A veritable roar. Not always, though.
Yeah. No, not often. Not always, but often.
No, I didn't get the memo. Is a doctor's coat required attire for attending the tea party?
It's not required. It's recommended.
Okay.
And we have.
There are extras in
Yeah. He has yet to get me in one of those.
He won't do it. It's only because we have some people that we like who won't do it. It's not required.
See, I wear a tie almost every day I show up to that, and I say, this is my costume right here.
And that works. We appreciate the tie thing, you know.
My attempt to be all dressy and formal and not come in a slob for TV. I think that looks good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we have the microphone on this one.
Is it going through from the microphone now?
No,
Okay.
it's only from our microphones.
Well, I was just wondering if the microphone was just one more source of audio that was going through or not.
No, it would be. It would cause more scrambled. It would be a degradation in sound to have that microphone going through with the other stuff, unless there happened to be something like when I was there standing by them, camera talking. It would have been all right. So there are some spare lab coats that hang there, if you feel so inclined.
Okay. Well, actually, while we're on the subject of attire, there's another thing I wanted to tell you guys about and our viewers about, which is this Saturday is World Tai Chi and Qigong Day. So in every time zone across the world, people are going to be doing Tai Chi at 10 a.m. in every time zone.
Oh, wow.
And I've been the organizer of the local.
So it's going to be like a wave around the
It's
planet.
going to be like this healing wave all the way around the planet from New Zealand. Ooh,
Cucumber cream
thank
cheese
you.
sandwich?
And so I've been the local organizer for the past 4 years, and I'm getting together with about 6 other teachers, one of whom is also a member here at URTV. I don't know if you guys know Mark Small or have seen his show, The Small Circle Qigong. He
See the one with long hair?
no, he's got short white hair, really trim, good-looking guy, and he and about there'll be about 6 of us just sharing that with everybody too. Free event, all over the world. We're going to do our part here in Asheville, and I'll just throw out an open invitation. Anybody, any URTV member that wants to help us record that and air it on the station, we'd love to have you contact us and help us out.
I've noticed we have several Tai Chi and this Chi and that Chi things going on here at the station, and they've got one, and this guy I think has long hair, and they'll put in a disc. They'll use
Animation.
animation to add in and shows you
Yeah,
where you're putting force against it and stuff like that. And I thought that was excellent.
it's a really innovative approach. That is actually my show. That's the current episode of Conscious Movement that is airing. The fellow who's doing that, his name is Jeff Primack, and he runs a place called Supreme Science Qigong Center down in Miami. He had an event here at the Asheville Civic Center that filled that place up with 550 people, all moving in harmony, doing Qigong together. And he was nice enough to I participated in the 4-day workshop, and then he was nice enough to let Akeem and I interview him for our show. And then he gave us his instructional DVD to use pieces of it for the show. So he was nice enough.
It's really good.
It's extremely well. I was blown away
really
by it
is,
too.
yeah.
I've been practicing this stuff since 1994, and I've never. There's 2 big things I learned from him. One was this thing called a 9-breath method that really gave me this humming, tingling, vibrating chi sensation in the body. And the other thing was that the way that they use the animation and the way they talk about projecting chi outside of the body, and the animation, the ball and the things really help you visualize the path of the chi outside the body.
Right.
And I haven't heard a lot of other teachers talk about that. So
Right.
yeah, I
And
agree. It's a really
well
innovative.
done.
It's really good.
Is he? You say he comes up from Miami? Is he
Yeah.
part of the crew that does Tai Chi down in Coconut Grove? And do you know?
That I don't know. Qigong is what he's mainly teaching. He may practice Tai Chi. I'm not aware whether he does or not.
Because
But
there's a great group down in Coconut Grove in Miami that do it in Peacock Park on the what is it where you hit the ball with a racket over the net? Tennis.
Tennis?
On the tennis court. On the tennis courts. They do it on the tennis courts down in Peacock Park, and that's really one of the best ones around there.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know is that he's aiming at replicating that event that happened in the Civic Center here and doing it in all, a dozen cities across the country, which I think is just an amazing thing if you can get that much momentum
And
and
your
that much
advice
people.
would be go if you get the chance.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, very powerful stuff, and he's marketed it in such in mass marketing it. He's made it accessible to everybody. $70 for like a 4-day training. That's unheard of. You can't do 1 day.
Now who is the other guy who has a
show here? Mark Small's one that I mentioned. I don't know if his Tai Chi show.
He's the white-headed fellow?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
He has he had a 13-part series, 13 and a half hours, shot right in the studio.
Right, he did it in the
that,
studio here.
That he shared with folks. And I actually on the show before this one, on my show, I took a good segment of his and put it in there. Because my idea is I've just always embraced all the different teachers around, and we're all furthering the cause. So I'm not concerned about territories. I'm not concerned about turf.
Have you heard of the Asheville freestylers?
No, I haven't.
Freestyle Tai Chi. Have you ever heard of freestyle Tai Chi?
Mm-mm.
Well, have you heard of freestyle?
No, I haven't, but it sounds very interesting.
Well, that's Kay and the gang, the freestylers, and I bet you've never heard of Tai Chi basketball. or Tai Chi. Have you played Tai Chi catch before? And,
No, I haven't, but I'm really interested about how people combine Tai Chi with different things. So it sounds really neat. What,
right. And so I think.
So you do this?
Yeah, I think according to what I'm gleaning from my therapist, okay, is I think the freestylers, I think we have, it's like, you know, some groups have a secret handshake. I think our thing is this. Like, it's like passing the chi ball behind your back.
Okay.
That must be the one for the freestylers.
Mm-hmm.
But,
And these folks meet regularly, or are you a secret society?
no, that they meet irregularly.
Okay.
But it's a good thing, just the same. It's just that I guess the first notion of it was I think Kay started, a woman named Kay, she's an artist in the area, and she started taking some Tai Chi or something, but she suddenly decided, that we should just go with a freestyle form.
Well, that's one thing a lot of people find out is that they see it and it looks graceful and it looks really easy, and then they realize that they have to kind of practice and memorize a form, and the form can be long or short, but freestyle, if you just get some basic principles down and then let people go, I'm sure some interesting things happen there.
Well, it's good if people move. You know, what little exercise some of us get. Some of us are very sedentary, and if we'll move at all, it is good for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's why that's our goal. Akeem and I created Conscious Movement with the idea of just get people to move any kind of way. It doesn't have to be my way or his way. Just anything that we can do to get people moving off the couch. And I have actually had people walk up. Most people walked up to me and like, oh, you're the Tai Chi guy, or oh, I saw you on TV. And I always ask. Now, of course, you got up off the couch and moved along with me, right? And I have found 2 brave souls in Asheville who admit that they actually do that. Most people are like, oh, it looks so relaxing. And I'm like, did you do some? Oh, no, but it looks so good watching you do it.
Yeah, right on.
So at least I hope I'm sowing some seeds out there.
Yes.
Right. Well, my advice is, from the freestylers, my advice is stand up, project a chi ball, move it around, and I like something that I think was it was the guy who had the video with the anime. I believe it was he who said, somebody said, there is no wrong way. You can't, if you're doing it at all, it's not bad. It's good. And I'm not sure which of the bunch of y'all said there is no bad way or something.
As with anything, there are accepted forms, and then there are people create new ones and everything. But the basic thing is, if you're relaxing, you're breathing, and you're moving, then you're doing something good for your body. And so that's sort of like the basic premise of everything.
Right, and Al was here just like about a week or 2 ago, and he says start with your finger. He's just like doing a breathing thing. He said a lot of people do this in India. He says start with your first finger and thumb, and he says breathe in. He says did he say 23% more breath than an average breath, more, and breathe out. And do the same on your second finger. And breathe in and breathe out. And on your third finger.
All right, Johnny.
Breathe in and breathe out. Each time you breathe in, taking in, like, let's say 25% more breath, a big breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you get to your little finger, you do the same. You breathe in. But when you breathe out, blow it all out. He says that's a very quick little thing. He says, and that will make you meditate.
A little 5-fingered meditation. I like that. Very easy to remember.
4 fingers and nothing. Right. And he says, so take in 23% more air on each breath and blow it all out on the last one, and that will make you meditate. He said, and it does. It will center. It is a really quick way to center.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but have you ever tried sitting meditation, or meditation where you sit still and they say just empty your mind?
You follow the breath.
I can't do that either.
Yeah.
Do you follow the breath?
Let me rephrase that. I can only do that on rare occasions. And what really, really attracted me to Tai Chi and Qigong is that they're body-centered meditations. So all of a sudden, if I try to sit still and not think about anything, that's like saying, don't pay attention to the microphone, because you'll only think of the microphone once I say that. So when all of a sudden there's breath, like you were saying, or just thinking there's a balloon in the belly inflating and deflating, or in Tai Chi there's lots of simple movements. Sometimes it's just like a big wave-like movement. For me, my theory is that you trick your mind into following the movement, and then you're not thinking about all the thoughts resting around and making lists. And it's kind of like, okay, the mind has something to do now, and then you can actually concentrate just sort of on relaxing, following the breath.
And you can forget the other thoughts that are clogging up your pathways.
Exactly. It's kind of like, hey, you mind, look over here. Don't look at all that other junk. Look over here.
Well, that's okay, and that's part of the exercise that we're learning, that we've been learning in meditation, is that when the thoughts come and stuff like that and distract you, that you then to be able to bring your thought back, and whatever method you use, if it's something on your fingers, if it's a wave, whatever, it's an exercise that brings your thoughts back and centers you.
Absolutely.
What you have on your T-shirt there?
It's a band shirt.
It's one of your
Silver
favorite
Goose.
bands, isn't it?
I like them a lot. I don't know if they're my favorite necessarily, but
Okay. I noticed you had been to their website, or you had looked them up.
probably, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, let me get on about filling up some teapots and stuff out here.
What kind of tea are we having first?
Well, we will have probably some rock tea. This stuff rocks.
Rocks.
Rock tea. And some green tea. This is from my friend's tea company.
All right.
Have you seen this? This is green tea, that's why I'm bringing it over to show you.
Okay.
But we'll put that in the roll. Have you seen tea like that?
Yeah, the little buds kind of wrapped up. What does it say here?
This probably has some English on it. Some of them don't. I think this one does.
See, we'll see if it even has a good translation. China green tea has a long history, many varieties, different appearance, special aroma and taste. It takes the fancy of the consumers all over the world.
You got it. I love it. That's it.
for its high aroma. It's brick taste. Oh, lovely. What is this you're gonna feed us now?
Well, that's
It tastes
rock.
like
That's
brick.
rock tea over there.
Brick,
This is the brick.
rock.
now we got
Brick.
the brick. Brick taste, beautiful appearance, and long time brewing.
Oh my.
These are always worth a laugh.
Usually, if they're good.
I see that.
This is gonna work. There we go. Sort of. Okay. Here's the lid to it. Now take one of the teapots. Ooh, I forgot the milk. Oh, here, you may, Matt, you may want to,
Yes,
set the table for us.
absolutely. I'm gonna take the lid off of this because it's right to the brim, and as
I
the
see that.
is expanding, it's gonna start overflowing otherwise.
I don't think it will. Was it actually gonna?
Well,
The
it
leaves
was
are
shifting.
unwrapping and
Yeah,
expanding,
the
yeah,
leaves are
it's-
unwrapping, so I saw the lid shifting a little bit.
The leaves are pushing the lid up off the top.
Yes.
the small box sitting there has the teacups in it. And if you could give, at least saucers and teacups out while I'm filling up the.
So you said you've been doing it since the mid-90s?
Yeah, I started a good long time ago, and then about 2003 decided it was too good just to keep to myself. I needed to share it with other people.
What got you started?
Well, interestingly enough, the first time I was shown Tai Chi, I kind of went, somebody invited me to see a class in the park, and I went and looked at it, and I was like, I don't know, 25, 26, and I'm like, nah, not for me. Turned around and left. And then, I don't know, maybe 2 years later, somebody showed it to me at a retreat. And, something must have changed inside of me where I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Show me a little bit. And so he showed me a few moves, and then I picked up some videos, and I started studying with the teacher. And I was with one guy for 4 years out in San Diego, California. His name's Chris Luth. And he just really, really got me deep into it, and I've been that way ever since.
I'm gone. I'll give you my microphone more.
All right, I'm very honored.
Well, you should be. You should hear it in the headphones. So, yeah, get Adam.
Yes.
Tell him something about like your existence or something.
About my existence? Well,
You got a wide open field there.
Huh?
You got a wide open field with that one.
Well, I guess I can start off about like the TV station. I've been a member here for a little over a month. I'm about to start taking classes so I can produce a show. It's still in the development stages. I'm hoping to try to do a cartoon parody of Asheville.
Ooh. Computer animation, drone animation, stop
little of both.
animation. What?
A little of both.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to incorporate the two. I did a few years at film school in Winston-Salem, North Carolina School of the Arts.
Oh, cool.
I'm starting back to school this summer at AB Tech, hoping to transfer to UNCA to take sound engineering classes.
All right.
And so hopefully within the next month or two I will have some working ideas more for the show. My roommate's going to help me write it. He used to write for the Asheville Disclaimer.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
he already has a good
So you've
sense
got
about it for comedy.
Yeah, parody.
Parody, yes.
Good deal. Well, things have changed so much in that field. When I was in college, I did a minor concentration in media arts at the time. We're talking 20 years ago, and my first job was at South Carolina Educational Television, in the studio crew, and 1-inch tape and 3/4-inch tape was still around. Betacam had just come out, and it was a big thing. And now you and I and all of us can do on these $2,000 computers, we can do what used to be $50,000 worth of editing.
And you can do it a lot faster.
Exactly. And when you decide you want to change something in the middle, you don't lose everything that came at the end of it. Well, great. So do you use any kind of computer program when you're doing animation, or how do you take your idea, how do you flesh it out?
Well, like a lot of times I can like hand draw stuff, scan it in, and then manipulate the image from there using like Flash.
Okay. So like a sequence of still
Exactly.
pieces of it?
There's a few, like a lot of actual cartoon shows are done like that now. Like some of the more popular ones, like things, for instance, like South Park and shows like that. They're all basically done with Flash.
So anybody can anybody can learn the pieces.
The animation part's probably the easiest part of that if you're doing that format. Of course, writing the stories, writing something funny enough
exactly.
is probably like the hardest part.
The creative part.
And getting people to actually do decent voice acting, to actually move the characters, because you could have the best drawn thing and the best idea, but if somebody doesn't convey it properly, it loses everything.
Excuse me.
Is this loaded?
Yes, sir.
But I definitely have a lot of ideas, and there are definitely a lot of characters in Asheville to like draw from. Of course, I doubt I won't use anyone's real names or anything, but I definitely have ideas.
No parroting local politicians?
Oh yes, that they are local characters too. It'll definitely be fun.
It's one of these days that I think is going to get parodied more than any other. More likely than not.
So what about the whole Mount Dungeon experience? What's the premise behind the show? What do you guys
The
do?
premise behind